We are live.
Wow. And we're back. Another day, another bit of chaos, another time.
Yeah.
Now, did you enjoy that little snooze?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was great news.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm starting to feel the fade.
Are you?
Yes.
Me too, a little
But
bit.
I have a connection.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I got a connection too. It's
Connection.
bringing us coffee.
Well, that's my connection.
Oh, your connection?
Yeah,
Same
I
as
was
my
the
connection?
last one. No, your connection came. That's a different one. It's not this one.
Oh, okay.
So if you have someone coming later, that's great. But this one is coming for my coffee.
Oh, you got a coffee coming too?
No, I have the coffee coming. She made one trip, and it's for one set of coffee. That set of coffee.
That's right. 2 for you, none for me.
Well, that's the commission structure that we're working under. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to hour number 9, which I think is pretty incredible, actually.
It's not even halfway.
Oh, you're such the bearer of good news. What are we supposed to say? We're supposed to say that this is the right thing, the right time, the right vehicle with coffee, maybe.
Yep.
See, we got this all connected. So instead of having, no, it's all good. Instead of having, who are you going to have on with the help?
Melanie. Melanie's going to come at 9, I think. She works till 8, so we'll give her some time.
That's the plan. So she'll be in it. She'll be in for 9, and but we're going to bring Stacy back.
All right.
And I just sent her the invite now. These people are not bringing the best of news.
No, there's not a lot of good news coming in, no.
But what our viewers and listeners should be aware of is it's the reason why we're here. It's people are bringing information to the table, and we're distributing it from sources that are reliable, that one way or another we vetted to some degree over the course of our history.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what this platform is supposed to do. It's supposed to be a clearinghouse of information. It's supposed to be information for the average person who can understand what's being brought forward. The honeypot description, because it's going to keep creeping into my brain.
Yep.
Well, that might be a different name than spy, but it's the same thing.
Rat in the hen house.
Rat in the head, just rat. Nobody likes a rat.
No.
It's bothersome, but that's the word that Pat brought in. Stacy's brought in that there are untrustworthy people pushing and pulling at our system.
Yes.
We had other people too. We had Joe talking about the school fees and stuff that were going on, how that's not being spent properly.
That's right.
I'm trying to think of who else we had that's come in to have a statement.
Now everybody's talking about the rats.
And that seems to be a common theme. So that's for us to be concerned about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well,
I gotta go get our coffees.
You're going to get my coffee for me? Thank you very much. Red is such a kind gentleman. He is. We appreciate all of his efforts. But listen, we've had some people come into the studio, and number one, in a tough time, they've made us feel special. We want to say thank you to both parties that have come in. But we want to say thank you to our viewers as well. We're spreading the word and spreading the message about our event, what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish. We can tell. I mean, I can look at these viewer statistics on our stream. They're kind of disappointing, but when we go on and we see the replays that are going on Facebook primarily, is where they're accessing it. Our numbers are going up fairly dramatically. And we want to thank you because you've helped us reach the numbers that we're reaching. Now, they're not following which we'd really appreciate if you said, hey, listen, if you like it, follow. That's what we're asking you to do. So when we do something, more and more people can reach it. And when more and more people reach it, the more likelihood that two friends will join it. And we need the numbers to actually do anything. That's one of the things that we've been really pushing hard over this time is we have the capacity to make a change. Not just scream into the wind. That's one of the things that bothers me most about how, I don't want to say it's been laziness, but people have gotten lazy on actually doing work. Here's what we're suggesting. With the trustworthy media that we're trying to prove that we can provide to you, our intent is to be full-time and then some of doing real news reporting. We can be trusted with the care required to protect the truth and fact components that you need in order to come to informed decisions. But on top of that, we've also identified some moves that as a public we can bring forward to have action occur. Now, this is not something that is just me and one other person. We're not going to get the same as if we have 500 people or 5,000 or 50,000. We can reach every constituency office, every riding office, every MLA, political party, social construct. We can reach all of them as a group. What they're doing with the ostrich farm right now really comes under the control and care of a minister out in PEI, cabinet minister, and another cabinet minister, I believe, out of Ottawa. We can reach them with your help, with a viewer or listener who happens to be in PEI or in Ottawa. Wherever you are, there's an MP and an MLA. You can reach them. But if you can reach them all with 10 people, that's a lot of people asking them to do their job. Now, I don't know what else to tell you on that one. It takes two people to start the movement, and then it takes a group to move forward. What I can tell you is that some nice person brought me a coffee. See, the elixirs of the gods have showed up. Do you want to just put it in the IV? Just load that puppy up.
Not for you today.
Oh. Anyways, we're moving on. We're just waiting for Stacy to rejoin us. I'm assuming because I did message her with the new link.
Okay, good.
But she hasn't joined us yet, but she will. And she was a great guest in the first part with some general information. Now I think it's going to get a little bit more specific.
Yeah, she's just getting warmed up, eh?
Just getting warmed up. Now, speaking of just getting warmed up, because I'm so blessed to have this coffee thing here, would you be so kind as to pass on to the appropriate person the appreciation for this caffeinated beverage?
Oh, thank you, darling.
That covers it.
That'll work.
With little stickers too.
Yep.
Okay, so we got that covered. Where are we going with this? Oh, if you haven't seen it already, we'll try and share it with you. I'll just add this so you can visualize it in your own little space. We've been trying to stay really consistent with some of the messaging that we've had about what we're here for and what we're doing. I really wanted you to see it makes a difference if we start sharing and communicating. And before I get too involved in that one, guess who's here?
Stacy's here.
We're not going to talk about Stacy's mom. We're going to
No.
talk about Stacy herself, right?
Okay.
But she's around, and because she's not on stage yet, she can't say anything.
She can't hear us. Can she hear us?
She can hear us, but she can't actually say anything.
No rebuttals.
So we can get all the little She said she's not a honeypot.
Get her. Oh yeah.
All right, let me add Stacy to the show. Hello, Stacy, and welcome back.
Hey, Stace.
Oh, I am no honey pot.
But you're Stacy the mom. They write songs about you.
Well, I was watching Red's face when you said that, and I was like, I could hear the song "Stacy's Mom has got it going on." But Red cannot do that, I don't think.
You know that image that
We
you
always
had
sing
of
that
him
to my
doing
mom.
this? Yeah, he doesn't have that rhythm.
No, I know.
Good evening, Kurt.
There you go.
Stacy, you
Yeah,
have some new things to talk about.
Well, I was going to go back to that comment about the honeypot thing and Pat's kind of, if you are willing to go to jail, if you're not willing to take on those legal fees, like step aside. I want to
Okay.
add a perspective on that. So I don't have I don't think a lot of people have the legal fees to take on this beast.
Them.
Like this is like they've got copious amounts of money. Who
They
has
own the printing
the
machine.
funds to be able to, who's got the funds to be able to take on a beast like that, right? So I get it. There's a lot of us putting our necks out there trying to showcase the crappy things that are going on, shouldn't be allowed to go on. Do I want to go to jail? Like I always feel like I'm being a criminal these days and I'm not doing anything wrong. Like that's the part that's really maddening is that I don't know, calling out price fixing. I'm asking for investigations to happen on things that are maybe making people sick. Asking for transparency and showcasing where there's some things that should be called out as conflict of interest. Those are all things that they tell us, like, if we're good citizens, then that's what you do. But then as soon as you do it, and then they attack you. And I saw that Kirk is watching, and he's a perfect example of that. You try and do the right thing, and they come after you because they don't want it exposed. And it's not what we thought it was. So this whole system. So
Good evening, Kurt.
do I want to go to jail? I don't think I'm jail material, but I guess I'm already, if they want to
You'll be
send me
just
to
fine in
jail
jail.
for
Just-
sharing
you'll be just
truthful
fine.
stuff.
I'm
Okay.
Stand your ground.
Yay.
Just telling you.
I want to go to the ladies' prison. I think.
You-
I'm just
you-
saying.
You assimilate as
I don't think
as a
you
lady.
do.
If I have to be in one of the two, I'll be in the ladies' prison. I think.
You just
There
got to
you
tell them
go.
you associate as a woman, and they'll put you in a ladies' prison.
Oh, good.
You're set.
But I don't want to be in
Wow.
jail. Nobody wants to be in
Well,
jail.
I guess.
So, but
No.
having said that,
No, not like this is the madness of all of this. None of us are doing anything wrong. And why should we be afraid? Like to just be truthful? What?
That's right.
It's crazy.
and this is where it comes from. I mean, when we're trying to get this media pushed out to the world, we're asking people, if you believe in truth and fairness and facts and evidence and honor and all of those right words, and that's how the direction we should be going, then you share the platform and you involve yourself in the platform so that everybody has a source to go to for factual information. We're not calling people
Right.
names. Well, I am. We're not calling people untrue names.
Yeah.
I think
we're
that makes
not
a huge
inciting
difference.
we're not inciting violence. We're saying we want change.
That's right.
We want people not to have those jobs. All of us have been in place, even at workplaces where you see someone's slacking and they're not holding up their own, or they're doing some shady stuff. Beat it.
That's right. Beat it.
Why can't we ask that of our government and people that are in a position of power? Like, they should be being held even higher on that threshold. And I don't know what happened to our, I don't want to say this to, but I'm not trying to be offensive, but like, where's our men? Where's our men that are
I wonder the same thing sometimes,
right
Stace.
here? But where's our men? Like, where are they defending their kids? And I just like, it just gets frustrating. And I'm not saying that as a woman that's weak, because I'm not, but like, I know you're busy working, but you also like we gotta do what's right for the future of our kids, because they don't know what they're up against. They don't know. They don't understand it. And if you tuck your tail,
Most of the
hope
rallies
that
and
it's
stuff
the
that I've
next
done.
generations to
Yeah,
deal with,
that's
well,
right.
we're the next frickin' generation and we're trying to deal with it. So help
That's
us.
Most of the rallies and stuff I've done over the last 5 years, it's mostly women are a bigger percentage than men fighters.
Yeah. Mama bears.
Yeah.
Because we feel it. Our intuition tells us that something's wrong. Something's broken. And we know that we need to defend these kids. They don't know any different.
Well, Kirk brings up a
You
good
too,
point.
Kirk.
Yeah, but it's time to
Imagine
stand
how
up and
exhausting it must be. But like, imagine how exhausting it must be to be these people. Like, could you like how much energy does it take to be stuck in all of these lies? Like it takes a lot of energy, and you got to remember all those lies. Why not just be honest?
That's right.
Like we all screw up and make some mistakes and drink too much tequila once in a while. But
did someone tell you
happens.
something that they shouldn't have?
No, I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
just making sure there's no
See?
stories going around.
She's solid. She's no rat.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
I'm not perfect.
Um,
So where we ended off, and you had asked me like, what is your biggest concern? And I
Yep.
told you about called the biodigital convergence, and I honestly thought the panel that the government's having right now is called the next panel. So next generation. So what they mean by that, and so I thought they were going to actually start exposing all of these biotech things that they're investing in with all of the pension dollars, all of the funds that are sitting with the WEF. I thought they were going to, try and get out in front of people like me who are exposing that this is a whole new industry that's coming out. And it's something called the biodigital convergence. And it is literally on the Government of Canada's website. And I would like to share screen so that people can see that it is absolutely there. It's valid. It's called Policy Horizon. And you can go on there and do your own homework. And I'm sounding kind of disrespectful, but I get really frustrated because whenever I bring this up, people are like, "Whoa, no, that's a little too woo-woo." And it's like, you need to figure this out. You need to figure out where they're taking us with this and nanotech and what they're teaching your kids at universities to do and what is okay.
okay,
This is happening.
You're starting to scare me a little bit.
No, let her go.
So you're going to share your screen?
Yeah, I'm going to share screen. So you let me know when you can see.
I'm just going to acknowledge Troy. It's killing the mind, living a life of lies. That's correct.
That's
All right.
Absolutely.
Right on,
I
Troy.
agree with you, Troy. Yep.
All right. You want to share it?
Well, and to that point, Troy, it's a slippery slope, right? Because when you start getting wrapped up in all of these lies, what do you start doing? You start feeling like a bag of shit. What do you start doing? You start drinking to hide from it or doing other things. And it's just this slippery slope. And then we have a society that gets sick because they're stuck in all these crappy things. So it's not good. So can you see screen?
No.
No, we just see you.
All right. Well, it says that it is sharing. So let me try one more time. So stop screen. So I'm going to go again, share screen. So it says it gives me the option. I go there. And can you now, so it says sharing this tab to StreamYard. So it should be in there. Are you able to see it? Anybody on the call?
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Hold on. We got it.
All
You got
right.
it?
We got it.
Okay, so it's just a little bit of a delay. So this is for Government of Canada's website. So it's called Policy Horizons Canada. So when you go into there, now let me know if when I change, like if it opens the screen, you can see it.
There it is.
We supersized it and we can really see it.
Excuse me.
Okay, beautiful. So I really, really want people to spend some time on this page. So what they're talking about with Policy Horizon, and this ties in absolutely everything. It ties in smart cities. It ties in those wearables, so your smartwatch. It ties in something called MEMS, MEMS, which is micro electronic magnetic sensors. It ties in your area body network. We are little batteries. We're bags of energy, basically. And it ties all of that in to build basically us and put us into a biodigital system. So this is a system that they plan on using for medical interventions, for
Which sounds
doing
good.
genomic. Well, it can be good. That's the thing. There's a lot of papers and cancer research and dementia. So they're going to come out and they're going to say, okay, we can use this graphene that's in this technology, that they were calling us conspiracy theorists for, but we can use this graphene that's in these injections to go and target out cancer cells and blow them up and eliminate cancer. Everyone's going to be,
Which is great.
Your cancer, right?
Yeah.
So dementia, all of that kind of stuff. And how many people are affected by dementia? This is create a problem, bring forth a solution, and it's a circular economy. The rich just keep getting rich off the same kind of story.
Okay, I'm not sure I really like
but
what you
they're
just got
also
finished
doing,
saying, Stacy. Hold on. I don't like it. You just said
wait,
the dementia and then the solution and then dementia and then solution and you create the problem. And if I'm not mistaken, there's been more dementia in the last 10 years that I'm aware of than I've ever been aware of in my life.
A lot of it's because of the chemtrails.
Are you really
Yeah.
serious?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Well, there's so many reports. Like, again, if people read papers and they read patents that are coming out, then you can start to put together the pieces and you can see that, like, there's some interesting papers on the whole chemical industry for fertilizers, right? And for weed killing. And a lot of farmers are getting dementia. And it was because of it's believed that it was because of the chemicals that they're spraying on their crops and exposure to it, right? And you're a farmer, you don't have safety gloves on and a mask and making sure that, well, okay, let's talk about that. So you're spraying it over crop area. Well, it's going on your food anyway. So anyway,
Mhm.
hence going into this anyway. But of course, we're going to see an uptake in that because they're trying all of these different technologies. And think about aluminum. So if you think about the aerosol injection or the geoengineering, right? Our sun is being actively blocked out by new technology, and it's called geoengineering. So when people used to get called chemtrail conspiracy theorists,
Mhm.
it's actually that they've branded it now, and this is what they do. So when people are noticing it, and then they finally come out of the woodwork, um, and they've scaled it right up, they have to come up with a name. So geoengineering makes it sound like, they've engineered it so that it's safe and it's going to save our planet, right? So that has aluminum in it. And aluminum is also a precursor, is something like if you ingest it and it brings on dementia. So like there's so many things that we've been doing, or they have been doing, but it is we,
Mhm.
because people actively do these jobs just to do a job. Um, they're poisoning us, and now they're going to come up with some ways to try and make us, use some different products and to try and help us. But
Starting to feel like a mouse in a treadmill.
thing here, so
That's
when
exactly right.
you go on the Policy Horizon website and you just type in something called CRISPR-Cas9, this is genetic modification. So this is changing our DNA and being able to input different viruses, maybe using it to take out, say you've got a disease that's genetic, being able to modify that. But this CRISPR DNA, like this is serious stuff, but they're exploring it. And of course, they've got it on the website that they're just kind of playing with it now. They're already on CRISPR-Cas9 4.0.
Mhm.
The first CRISPR that they were playing with, which there's a really good researcher, James Scott, I think, found it on Facebook and shared it, and it was in the Moderna COVID vaccine was
Mhm.
mention of the CRISPR-Cas9, and people have challenged it, and they said, "Oh, well, we just put it in there in case we use it. We didn't use it, really."
They can't. They're not going to put it on the
So
ingredient list if they didn't use it. Another place, Stacy, to find good
no, they're
information on
not.
this is Dana Wigington's website.
Now, Policy
Yeah,
Horizons,
there like
that's what
so
I
this
was
is
looking
so when
for.
people
Government of
say,
Canada.
yeah, Government of Canada. So when they tell you, and my constituents, or like not constituents, my MPs lie to my face and tell me and gaslight me and tell me that I'm a conspiracy theorist, when like the information is right here. They just don't want to admit it. So here is geoengineering and how they're looking at all of the geoengineering and how it's going to be disruptive and what they're going to be doing, because essentially it's reflecting sunlight away from the earth, right? To save us, next gen. So this is a term you're going to see, breakthrough. Whenever you see breakthrough, that directly needs to make you think of Bill Gates, because his company is called Breakthrough Energy. So he's got this shell company that owns a whole bunch of different other interesting companies called Breakthrough Energy. And all of his green technology, like, is all in there. But yep, they're manipulating our weather. Again,
100%.
government talk to us. Don't call us names. Have the courage to tell us, why are you doing it? Show us why.
They can't do that.
And then have debates about it.
They can't do that. If they did that, they know what's going to happen to them. If they told us what they were doing, it would cause a revolution. Plain and simple. The people aren't going to put up with it.
I've been told that the people can't progress it, and they'll just all freak out and they'll like lose their minds and whatever. But I'm like, you know, there's so much weird stuff going on right now. Like, wouldn't you rather know, right?
Yeah.
It's very concerning.
I'd rather know so that I can figure out how to navigate through it. But like this policy horizon, basically, if I can walk you through what would be envisioned for us, and it would be that you wake up in the morning and your smartwatch kind of rattles your arm so that you wake up, and you go and you brush your teeth and you look in the mirror, and it's going to have on all of the stuff that you need to do for the day, and it's going to base it's a deduction of how much carbon you need to use to accomplish that in the day. You're going to have your ration, so 2.5 tons is what they're talking about giving each person. So 2.5 tons is your allotment for the year. And then, you know, you have to budget it. So take away money. Here's your carbon ration. Now we got equality. Everybody's treated the exact same. And if you know, do, I don't know, something like you take your bike instead of your car to the grocery store, then you're using less carbon, so then you know you can save a little bit, right? But you know, so you brush your teeth, you take a look at that mirror, and it's like, okay, yeah, I got to get that done, so I'm just going to go to my little center in my 15-minute area that I'm geo-fenced in, and I'll go there, get my stuff done, and oh look, I was going to have a steak, but my carbon ration is only this much. So I'm going to have a salad instead because that's less carbon intensive. So then you go home and everything you buy, it's just going to automatically be deducted off your carbon ration, which is actually in your body. So because they'll be able to do it with the different sensors and abilities that are within us, and which is outlined in policy horizon. And yeah, so it will take whatever's left at the day, and you can decide if you're going to bank it so that maybe in 4 years you can go somewhere for a trip.
You could have a big fat juicy steak in 4 years.
Great. And then, but let's think about this, because so they're going to get you to use wearables first, and because that's something they can sell to us right now as they're building this up, because they have to deploy it everywhere.
Take more money out of our pockets.
So they're going to sell us wearables that can do all these different things and to help us measure, just like the smartwatch, but they're just going to keep building on that. But eventually, like, they will not need that technology. It will all just be us. We are energy, and we can fuel all of this. Crypto mining. Microsoft just filed a patent using our own energy for crypto mining. So if there's going to be a cryptocurrency that goes along with like your carbon ration, if there is a currency mixed in there with crypto, probably bricks, whatever, I don't know, but it's energy harvesting. So it uses your own energy, your body's energy, to fuel it, to do the mining. This is crazy shit, but this is like what's coming out.
So I appreciate the research and the homework and the sharing of the web page and the connection with the Canadian government and going through all of these But you said no to steak and yes to salad. What idiot do you think is going to try and sell that? Who's buying? I'm not.
They're not going to know it.
But what if
And all
they
of a
give
sudden
you
it's
no
gonna be-
choice, Kurt?
That's right.
Then
Yeah.
they're going to be asking for
Trouble.
and that's not healthy for me because I don't want to live in
No,
that
it's not
kind
healthy
of
for anyone. But the people that are implementing this, they've got them so brainwashed that they think this is absolutely necessary to save the human race, and that
Okay,
the planet is going to burn on up into fire.
Don't you know there's too many
So
people on Earth?
they
Kirk?
they believe that they're doing a good thing.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can add some gasoline to this. Were you not recently someplace where you asked they were having some success with animal limitations and you asked, well,
Yeah.
what about human? Can you give
Yeah.
our audience a little bit of a what if?
Yeah. I so I went to a conference. I wanted to go to it. I wanted to go for the Sude thing. It was all government people and environmentalists that care about water and fish and animals and all of that kind of fun stuff. And one of the gals had mentioned that one of the projects that they were working on was geofencing the cattle. So because and I said, what's the rationale behind it? What's the selling point? Well, fencing's really expensive to upkeep, and so this, if you can geofence the cattle into certain areas, then you can free help them like free graze all over, and just set the areas that they're allowed to go. So if they'll learn eventually, I guess, like because it helps them, I guess, like a dog collar kind of thing would. Um, you can't go out of that perimeter, right? And she said, it's going to be so good for all of the wild animals, deer and moose, and all of the of nature's wild creatures. So access everywhere, and
Wow.
it'll save farmers money because they don't have to um, worry about fencing, and then they'll always have visual on the cattle and where they're at. So I get why she's excited about it. It sounds great. But then when I said to her, I said, okay, I said, but so you're training an algorithm right now that could be applied to, and it was like glitch. And she's like, well, that wouldn't. And I said, well, why wouldn't it? And she's like, well, because this is just for animals. And yeah, it was very disturbing. Like very, very, very disturbing because she didn't even think about it. Didn't even think like that this is even going to be something that could happen. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like they're not thinking it through. Like they're not thinking. They're working in their little parameter, right? And they can't think through the next
These are
phase,
the
I
people
guess, or
making the
how it would
decisions.
impact us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Troy, I'll give you the patent number right here. It's so it's cryptocurrency system using body activity data. I can't post it in the chat. I don't know why it's not letting me, but the number is W 02 02 00606 A1. And I will put it into the private chat with Kirk and Red Dog, and they can throw it into the general chat because I can't, for some reason, get in there. But there it is, and you can go check it out. So that was basically how it works. Devices attached to or embedded in the body would monitor physiological signals like brainwaves, body heat, heart rate, even organ movement. Users would perform specific tasks such as watching ads, browsing websites, interacting with chatbots. It would show proof of work that feeds the blockchain, and they would get rewarded for that with cryptocurrency. And so it uses involuntary human activity as a resource.
Wow.
So if you just and then also look up things like human harvesting or human energy harvesting. Like we literally are energy. Like we're bags of energy. It's pretty wild. So I'm trying to figure out ways to tap into our energy. So
That's kind of horrifying from what I'm hearing.
and no they're not talking about it. They're not letting us know. Like they're just asking us to just keep accepting the terms and conditions. And as we do that, we're giving away our bodily autonomy. TikTok. If you have TikTok on your phone and you haven't read those terms and conditions, I don't have it on my phone, although I do have Facebook, which probably has the same crap, but they can impersonate you. You have given them the right to impersonate you.
Notice, Stacy, how they've got 666 in that number?
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Sick.
Wow.
You can't make this stuff up.
I wish
Did
we
you see
were.
Ottawa's new logo?
No.
Did you see Ottawa's new logo?
Not at all.
Huh. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's it's literally 666. It is crazy.
Really?
And they'll be like, oh no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's wild stuff.
Just a second.
I agree. I agree with you, Kirk. I'm just looking at your comment where you said it's never too late to redeem yourself, like, and start sharing, be a whistleblower, and support one another. Like, I agree. Like, you know what? We've all been just going along to get along, and being involved in, are you that guy that's about to put 7G up all over and enhance the microwave frequency that's going into all of our cells and every critter around here? If you're that guy, you can look in there and say, you know what, have you guys challenge your company, ask about the safety and efficacy of it and the health studies. And if they don't have it to back it, have some courage to stand up so that your kids don't get poor.
That's so concerning. That is so concerning. Are you still there? Stacy? Oh, Stacy, I think, has disappeared for the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, there she's back.
Hi.
We lost you there for a minute.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back.
What are you looking
All right. Well, I want to
at? What
do
you looking
the.
at?
Well, we had the City of Ottawa logo to put up, but that wouldn't take the file.
And it's okay. I'll share it in just a second. Quick.
Ridiculous. That came out in 22.
It's always good to share where you're finding it from so that people know that you're not full of crap, right? And yeah. The
It's
thing is
gone.
that like the more
Go
that
back.
we
there.
share all of this, we know that there's targets on our back, just like what Pat was saying and what Kirk has been saying for years and trying to get people to understand, you know, the injustice and of the system and the theft that happened and corruption and then abuse and threatening and like it's so broken. Like it's we need to support each other because we're not doing anything wrong. We're trying to advocate for the right stuff. It's like want to be someone like if I talk to someone that should have a lot of power, they say, "Well, that's next generation's problem," and I can't accept that. Like, and so then if it's next generation's problem and you're in a position of power still, step down. Let people
Yeah.
that want to fix this and try and like help and correct some of it, like step up.
Lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
We don't have much
Absolutely.
choice, at least for what's going on. Stacy, we're coming to the end of the hour. Anything
No.
that you want to leave the audience with right now, or do you want to come back at a different time?
Well, you know what? There's so much that we can do, and I think like Kirk, what we need to talk about is I would love to do like maybe each topic um on a separate maybe separate time, like when as the show continues on a different day, and we have like this is you know stepping us down
Okay.
that path of how can we unite? Can we get like I'm spending a ton of time right now on NDP sites and liberal sites, like sharing information. Like I in between this call, I was actually letting people know that Christina, like we got Truth and Reconciliation right now. So I'm showing people actually, I'm going to share screen for 1 second. This is something that people need to understand, and it will help people um, have some really good discussions about where we're going. Because a lot of the people that are either liberal or um, uh, NDP, a lot of NDPs actually really like Marxism, and but um, we need people to understand, like because they're not they think they're advocating for their liberal party. They're actually advocating for communism, and a lot of people I don't think spend time. I'm going to just share a screen. This is a whole other rabbit hole, but this will it shows you know what is happening right now and who's aligning people together and what their end goal is. So there's a movement called NDN Collective, and they are funded by George Soros, Jeff Bezos, the Ford Foundation, Bill Gates, David Suzuki, Cargill, you name it, they're all in there. And they are funding all of this. So it is such a massive movement. And there's so many people that say, you know, how are they getting all the money for all these protests? Where is this all coming from? It is coming from a movement. It's the Kites Manifesto, which is the communist, or the Kites Journal, which is the Communist Manifesto, is actually where this all is coming from. It is basically what you do is you use the Marxist theory to disrupt all of existing kind of normalities that are within this colonial system. You destroy it, and what do you come rising up with? Communism, where everybody is treated equal, which we know that the pure communism doesn't ever end up being like that. True communism where everybody, you know, is a community and works together and it's all awesome and there's no elitist. That doesn't happen. it always ends up being freaking fascist at the top. And I don't know if I'm using the right term, but so
They want to
this
hold populists in
you can see the
slaves.
page, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can see the page. Okay. So I just want to show you something. So it's so when you look at some of the people that are funding this, like so what they have been responsible for, the LGBTQ movement, the Black Lives Matter, the Me Too, Land Back, and Palestine Land Back. These are all, this is what is destroying every country right now, is this movement. And they are having so much success. Like, and it's right here, right here.
Wow.
So now what do they want to do? They want to bring in, they want it to get to a part or a point where we all, just like what Pat was saying, we all lose our shit and we just get sick of it and violence comes out. That's when they bring forth the whole martial law thing and they transition us into the whole frequency controlled smart city initiative. And people don't want to think about it. They don't want to believe that this is happening. It's like, it's happening right here. It's orchestrated. All of it is orchestrated. Like, and then if you type in land back, so this is what I show some of, this is what I show some of my Indigenous friends, and they did not know. I said, like, you're essentially living in a kind of like a communist state right now on the res. Do you love it? No. Do you have like, is there a leader that's getting fat and taking like all the money and they get rich and the rest of the people are poor and none of the problems ever get solved? Yeah. Well,
That's why.
you're essentially living in what, in communism, where you're all treated the same. You get your same checks, you get your house, you get all that. It's communism. They're trying to turn the rest of the world into a res. And
Yep.
you think that is going to be inclusive for just for all of you? It's not. This
No.
is where it's leading us to. So and when I do share this and show them that, because it's like they don't understand. They just think it's really empowering movement, right? There are some really good things that are coming out of it. But I literally went to a meeting with the Minister of Indigenous Affairs, Rick Wilson. We had 20 farmers and friends that came with us because that's what he would allow us to have. And asked him, like, what does decolonization mean? Does that mean we're losing our land? Oh, no, that's just conspiracy. He even brought Willie Littlechild to the meeting to meet with us, who wrote on DRIP for the last 30 years. Yeah. And no. We need access to the land so that we can have our treaty rights. Okay, so nobody's going to lose their land. No. And then we see what's happening in
Vancouver,
British Columbia. I'm tired of getting lied to.
So they're trying to
So
get the white man to rise up against the natives.
Yes, they want us to get pissed off at them, and they're their meat shield. Like it's not right.
They want us all fighting.
Yeah.
So you did make the comment that you'd like to come back and go through this on a, let's say, a grander scale. I'm all for it. I think our viewers and our listenership would appreciate the information. But most importantly, I think that's what we're here for.
That's right.
If the information is there, you've got the evidence, let's share it. No offense, but looking at that website, the Communist Party of America, and it's got the breakdown of things we're already concerned about. It seems to meet that criteria of conspiracy theorist, but now there's evidence.
Yeah, there's no conspiracies.
Yeah.
They all came true in the last 5 years.
All right. Stacy, I want to thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate the information you gave us. I'll be really glad to invite you back
at 2, 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we could have you. You could have 4 sessions tonight. No, she's a girl. She's not gonna. play with us.
She's
I'm
got no
crazy. I'm crazy. Like, but I'm not that crazy. You guys are nuts. I'm not doing
For
your
all of our
Telethon.
viewers
You signed up.
Well, we were just volunteering you, you know. For all our viewers, we're going to take a quick break, like 10 minutes. So normally we start at the top of the hour. Give us till 5 after 9. We'll be back. But I
We're
want to
gonna
say,
bring back Melanie Schweitzer.
yep. And Stacy, thank you very much.
Thanks, Stacy. Love you, man.
I just want to say one thing. Just
Go ahead.
love each other and don't let them get us to hate each other, and try and find ways to have really good conversation with each other. We are all more aligned than we are different. And we all
Awesome.
have people that we love, pets that we love. Like we're more alike than we are different, and we just got to figure out how to get the social media crap to stop pitting us against each other. So talk to your neighbors, say hi to people down in the street, wave at people, like be kind and remind people, because all they're seeing right now is that humanity is shit. Everyone's evil. No one's trustworthy. That's not the truth. That is not
No.
true.
That's right.
So,
Stacy,
Yeah.
thank you. Till next time.
okay,
We'll
bye.
be back
Have a
about
good night.
but
You too, darling. Bye-bye.
we'll be back about 5 after, 6 after the top of the hour. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks again to Stacy. He'll be napping by the time we come back from the next commercial break.
Ah.
Till next time.